Beautiful. Beautiful. Hi. So I already started the video. I'm gonna edit it. Yeah, it's gonna edit. Okay. Hi from the Magic and Manifestation Retreat in Egypt. Make some noise. Hi. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're at the end of our journey. It has been 8 days from Monday of last week to Monday today. And who are we? Let's start with Elba.
My name is Elba Cologne. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I am my platform is transformation. What I do is I help women transform from their insecurities to confidence as a master spiritual life coach.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Hello, hello, hello.
And speak up so our audience can hear us. I'm going to edit that part out. Go, continue.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. I am a woman who is helping other women to transform their mind, their heart, their body through spiritual transformation and emphasizing health and wealth.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. And
my name is Courtney. I live in Las Vegas, and I came to be here just to experience a personal transformation for myself. I do perform beauty services on women and help people in their spiritual wellness journey.
love it. Love it. Love it. And Coach Michelle, Queen Makina.
Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Starr, better known as Queen Makina. I am an empowerment spiritual life coach. And what that means is I take you from guns to being an actual goddess. And when I say guns, what I mean is as a woman, a lot of the times we're in our masculinity. So we're moving away from that, not losing all of it, but we're gonna stand in our power in a divine feminine.
Okay, so here we are in Aswan, Egypt. We went from Cairo to Luxor to Aswan. We did the Egyptian Museum of Antiquities. We did the Great Pyramids of Giza. We did the Sphinx. We did Luxor temples. We did Karnak temple, the temples at Karnak, Luxor temple and the temples at Karnak. We did the Valley of the Kings. We did Queen Hatshepsut's mortuary temple. We did Colossi, Memnon Colossi. We did the temple at Philae. We did hot air balloons. And they did even more stuff. So give it up to yourself for doing all of that. That was a lot. Okay, top three. Babes. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Only three. I will start out with the Temple of Philae. That was kind of behind my purpose for coming to Egypt. So when I say the Temple of Philae, that's because Isis temple was actually there. So that was a major highlight for me in actually seeing the hieroglyphics and the stories on the temple walls. And her connection also to Hathor and how Hathor actually raised Horus. Another highlight for me would be going to the Nubian village. And when I went to the Nubian village, that was a time I was actually able to be blessed or bless myself in the Nile River. Actually get in and immerse myself from head to toe. So that was a powerful, powerful moment for me.
So you baptized yourself in the Nile River.
Yes, head to toe.
Complete submersion.
Yes, head to toe.
Love it.
Head to toe.
That wasn't on the website.
No.
That's a spirit move.
Right.
Which shows that there's something that we're going to do, that we're intentional about doing, and we're going to do it. And then there's more. Because with spirit, with God, there's always more.
Yes. Like I said, only three, so let me give you a third one. We perform sacred walk, a sacred ritual. Yeah, that moment right there. I'm trying to find words because I'm speechless. That was a powerful moment right there. There was a lot of energy shared in doing that. And at the end of that, because the story was, there was a woman who came and she kept asking and asking for a location where she could receive America. And she did. She performed the walk, and the walk is around the scarabs. And at the end of the walk, and I'm not telling you all the secrets in the walk because you must come here.
You got to get
really
the secrets for yourself, right?
And at the end, you are able to send your desire, put that out into spirit after performing that walk around the scala. So I'm gonna say those were my major 3 highlights, but there were really so many more. Yes.
It's like we can't stop at 3 yet. This video would be 7 hours long if we told the whole thing, right? So love it. And you know how powerful that walk around the scarab was? I started to say part of it, but I won't. Is that what I spoke to when I went to the side and stood there after we were complete? Y'all heard my phone ring? It was connected to that. Yes. When my phone rang.
Instant manifestation.
Instantaneous. Wow. Because of the energetic, it's an energetic hotspot. So manifestations can happen rapid. You can think something or want something. How many times did we do that this week? Think something, want something, and it showed up.
Yes, it's been happening since we left. Since we left home, things have been manifesting. Getting on the plane, getting off the plane. Yes, our accommodations, everything. You know, we had a lot of things just upgraded for us, placed in positions to be first class all the way.
Palaces, darling.
Palaces. I love it. I love it.
What was your instantaneous, because I saw you were agreeing on that, instantaneous manifestation?
You know, like Queen was saying, the whole trip, you know, from the moment I said yes, pushing past any fears and doubts and walking towards what you know is for you. And it's just been amazing. So 3 of my favorite moments, definitely starting with the Nile River and being able to fully submerge in that water. I was the first to make that decision. I knew I was gonna do it. I'm like, I have to head to toe get covered in this water, this holy water. To me, it's just such a sacred place, and you can feel the history and the magic of the Nile River when you're around it. So being in that water and being able to go to this Nubian village, we got to go, I mean, it was like someone's house, okay? It was this tiny little village. It was so quiet and beautiful, and we got to get henna done, and they gave us cheese and fresh bread and fresh honey, and it felt like in the Bible when it talks about like the land of milk and honey or something.
Yes.
It just felt so spiritual and divine. So many things that we did there. Again, it's hard to choose 3. Okay. Another one of my favorite moments, surprisingly.
But can I say something about that? What they said about you? They said you just went in. You just and they were watching, right? Isn't that what happened? Yeah. She was the first in. She just went. Like, what made you just have that level of like surrender and trust to just fall backwards into the Nile River?
Because that's something that I've been calling into my life, is surrender and trust. And along with other things, but that feels like the foundation of it all. And so it was, the water was cold, and I was nervous, but it just felt like, here I am, Lord. opened my arms up wide and fell back into that water, and it just felt baptismal. It was just an energy that covered my body, and it was incredible.
That's a baptism by spirit. Because you know how Jesus said, yeah, you have a baptism by body, and there's a baptism by fire, and there's a baptism by spirit. That was a baptism by spirit. Yeah, come on, we going to church? Because anytime, I'm ready to go to church. Okay? Love that.
Speaking of church,
Okay.
one of my next favorite moments was the hot air balloon ride. So many bucket list items were crossed off on this trip.
In 8 days. Boom, boom.
And
Like
that-
every day.
Yeah, multiple things in a day. It was, that hot air balloon ride was so beautiful. But speaking of churches, because we had this beautiful praise session before we took off in this balloon, seeing the Nile and the desert and the trees and the temples. It was incredible to see such a landscape. It was such a blessing. We were so well taken care of. The whole trip, we were so well taken care of. And by masculine energy.
By the men.
Yes.
It was all men that took
Yes.
care of us, catered to us.
Yes.
It was a wonderful feeling.
The divine feminine. Yeah.
That is the divine feminine that calls in the care and the love. Like the level of care that all these men have for us, to the, you can't touch a car door, bring the car around, it's air conditioned and ready and waiting for you. Come this way, let me go get this for you, that for you. And unasked. I know you like wine or whatever, so I'm gonna bring you a wine. I know you like lemon mint, I'm gonna bring you a lemon mint.
I know you like soup.
I'm gonna bring you that soup. I'm gonna bring you 2 soups. And you got ice, I got you. At the care. All men. All we. Yeah, so you know what that's telling me? That we have all made peace with the Father. Because if you don't make peace with your Father, you're going to have an issue with the divine masculine energy. Even divine masculine energy within yourself, you won't accept it because we still have angst with the Father. If you love your Father, you know, a lot of people have daddy issues, daddy drama, and mama drama, right? When you get rid of that, you are now in sync with your masculine and feminine, which that was our fall equinox ritual, and it shows. Yeah. And then we had them beautiful sisters serve us at the oil place.
Oh my gosh.
What?
You know we can't talk about the oil.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. They gotta come.
The oils.
They gotta come. They gotta
It's
come.
too much, okay? You wouldn't be able to handle it. You just have
You gotta
to.
come.
You just have
You
to be
have to
here.
come.
You have to be here. And I guess my third favorite, because it really is difficult to only choose 3. But I will say, my Pisces sister, we had an experience before this camel ride. The camel ride was incredible. Next to the pyramids of Giza, like you just can't. You can't set a scene like what we were in. But we, again with the baptismal vibes, this gentleman wrapped my head with this scarf and just wrapped me up, and the way he did it, it was so beautiful. It was just so divine. I felt like such a goddess. There were so many times here where it was like the physical manifestation of being the goddess that I am, and really experiencing that and being washed in that and just soaking that up. We're going to move on to transformation. Another part of it, I almost got into talking about some of the transformations that I've been going through while I'm here, but those are 3 of my favorite moments. And again, difficult to choose 3. Egypt is incredible, and you have to experience it. Africa is incredible.
I'm glad you said the word, the motherland. Africa is the motherland of all people, right? that people forget Egypt is Africa.
Yes.
And when you come here, you will remember, you will see African people.
Yes.
Right? All right. Cheryl's transformation. Come on, Cheryl!
Three favorite moments. First of all, the pyramid. I have to start with that.
Cheryl did it! She did that pyramid! She did that!
So I came here with the idea that I may go into the pyramid. I always kept that, reservation. Am I going? Am I not going? Even all the way up till the moment that I actually did it. And even going through the process, the journey of taking that walk up through to the top of the pyramid. Woo, I'm not saying it was easy, but I did it.
You did it! You did it! Sis, you did it!
I did. And then the support, the sisterhood, the encouragement that I got along the way was what helped me. I'm getting ready to get into tears about it.
Come on.
Let me get myself together.
Yes.
Because I had come here before, back in 2009, and I stood outside and I was like, nope, I'm not going in there. So, 14 years later, I still came with the doubt, am I going? And then I did that. So it speaks to what I came here for, to release limitations. That was the first part. Now, the second part was, my favorite was the air balloon.
The hot air balloon!
Hot air balloon. I thought, after the pyramid, nothing else,
And we did the
Right.
pyramid early on, so it's like, where do you go from here? But it just kept going.
I pushed past that.
Yep, day 2.
And I thought about the height. I mean, there was no reservation about getting into the air balloon. It's just, again, these limitations that I have in my mind of what a person of my age, and I'm speaking to those over 60, can do. And so I got in that air balloon, hot air balloon, and I listened to the instructions because I'm going to make sure I do this right. And then we went up in the air, and it was so peaceful, so surreal. There was it was just beauty around. And that part was like, oh, this is what ascension looked like.
Right.
This is what it means to ascend, to go to a different place. Because down below, it was a lot of noise, a lot of chaos, a lot of going on. And then when we rose above that, I just got to actually be still and know that God got us. And then the last part, we spoke to first the oil place. We went and got essential oils, and I lost my mind.
Ooh, the oils place. Because they're growing everything here. The eucalyptus, the blue lotus. It's just growing everywhere through the fertility of the Nile River. The Nile River feeds us, right? The Nile River nurtures us. And so all of these plants that are growing, they cold press them into these oils.
And it was so divine. The woman went through each oil and shared what it does. So I came here with some issues with my throat and with the lung area. And so I knew that when I get to Aswan, I'm getting my healing. But my healing was more of my gait, my walk, and all. But I got even more than that. The woman shared with what the oils do. And I'm all for holistic healing first, divine healing first. And then if nothing else worked, then I'll go to the traditional. What I received in that oil place was just everything I need. And so I brought from there everything I need, along with what I'm gonna share with women my age. Okay, our body is self-healing. It just needs a little help. And so those are my 3 highlights. There are more, but I'll let you go.
Love it, love it, love it.
Now you will fly.
Love it, love it. We're on video. Turn around and say hi to them on video on YouTube. Do you see? He's one of the wonderful gentlemen who took such good care of us. Such good care of us. Love you, love you. I know. So beautiful, right?
Precious.
Yeah.
We love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He's just a dog. Yeah, it makes you cry, right?
Yeah.
Yes, to say goodbye to us. Oh my goodness. He did. You can feel it. You can feel it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. So that was one of the wonderful men that have been taking care of us. So, prizing you on that pyramid. You did it. Yes, you did it. You did it. You did it. We love it. We love it. And so now it's time for, so thank you so much, Cheryl.
Cheryl getting all the claps.
Cheryl,
That's
I
right.
mean, she did that, right? I mean, everybody had their moment,
Yes.
like, you know, Nile River, boom,
Yeah.
going up into the
Pyramid.
boom. You know, everybody had their moments of doing that. Yeah. How about I didn't see the steps to get into the hot air balloon, and I was like, and then I'm like, later, oh, there's steps. Wait a minute. That would have been easier. You can definitely take off.
That's right.
But that would have been easier.
She was showing off.
Right.
She was showing out. She was letting us know how to do it.
Right.
And when you don't have steps to ascend,
This is what you do. You just
do it yourself.
load up. Oh my goodness. Oh, go Elba.
Wow.
Yay. You had some, and Elba, I have to say something about prize you too. You are so good at receiving correction and just pivoting, just pivot.
Yes.
You are a master at that because I gave you some hard corrections. And I was like, I don't want Elba to think I'm picking on her. Yeah, I know how important your work is to you and to all the women that you serve. You showed up like the master coach you are. And that was for you and for all your clients. Touche. Touche. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
And I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that because it brought me back to my leadership training, which we got to talk this morning. And it's like, wow, I didn't realize how much correction I personally needed. Like
We all do.
Yes, we do.
I do. And it's like, wow. Yeah, a lot came up for me for that. And one of them is, wow, I need a lot of correction.
We all need a lot of correction. And you know, it makes me think of that plane. By the way, I only paid $336 to come to Egypt, and I just feel like saying that because I'm very happy. Okay. With a whole road to myself. It was lovely, right?
Wow, yes.
When a plane takes off from JFK to Paris, let's say, because you got to go to Paris on your way here, right? It's off course 90% of the time.
That's right.
90% of the time, the plane is off course.
Yes.
It just makes tiny little corrections the entire way. It's just correcting. Otherwise, you wouldn't land in Paris, you would land in Greenland.
Yes.
But we didn't set out for Greenland. So, all of us, the same thing with a ship. Because there's elements that cause you to go off track, right? So with a ship, they call it tacking. Tacking means the ship is off course because we got the winds, we have the water, we have the weight on the boat, we have all of that, right? And the ship doesn't just go straight from Florida to the Bahamas.
Right.
It's tacking. It's off course most of the time. But when you take this little correction this way, you don't keep going that way. You make this little correction this way and this little correction this way, and then you get there. And that's all of us and our spiritual journey. You will be corrected. And I have found out early on in my spiritual walk and being a minister of spiritual consciousness and a spiritual life coach, supporting other people in their ascension, I have found that the people that get there fastest are the people that are easily correctable.
Wow.
Easily correctable, like go to the left. Okay, because that's what God is doing with us all the time. Beloved, move to the left. Okay, move to the left. I was standing on the right. Beloved, go now. Oh, I was standing still.
Yeah.
So if we can be corrected by God, we can be corrected by God's ministers. You know, so that's beautiful. That's a beautiful quality. It's a beautiful quality.
You know, and as you're saying that, what's coming up for me as you're saying that, because of the correction, is because why I had the spiritual experiences I had. So because the correction put me back on alignment to my destination, and along the way I was meeting those 3 stops. But if I wasn't corrected, I could have missed those 3 parts. So as you were speaking, that's what came up for me. And thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. When she told me spiritual leadership, she didn't have to tell me twice. No, I understand that. And I pulled back, and I just submitted. Well, I don't want to say submit, but I surrender to her spiritual leadership.
Because if there's a scorpion there, I go first. I can take the scorpion bite, but I can't let none of y'all take a scorpion bite.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. Everything. Yeah, and there's so many beautiful moments like that.
Yeah.
So many. So my 3, and it's interesting because they're all mirror reflection of all the women here, like the correction we just spoken of. So starting with Courtney, when she was talking about her experience when she had her head wrapped with the scarf, and to me that looked like so ceremonial. I could see the emotion on her face, and it mirrored right back to me, and I was feeling it. And I said to myself, oh man, I want that too, you know? I want that. I can feel it, and I want to like express that emotion. So one thing led to another, that I made a quick decision to say, I'm going to get the scarf. I've been wanting for days. I've been eyeing it, and I made that quick decision, got the scarf, and I went back to the young man. I said, well, you did that for me too. And as he was wrapping my head the same way, I felt like I was being crowned. Just like Courtney was being crowned, I was being crowned as a queen, as a divine feminine, as a goddess, as the sacred woman. And you know, that's the first time I actually saying that out loud, because I have the Sacred Woman Circle in my in the work that I do, that is to transform women into becoming sacred women. And now that I'm reflecting back, that's what this whole experience has been. We went out to the desert, saw the 3 pyramids, and what's interesting about that experience is that it was prayer time, and during the prayer, it was, whoever built these pyramids are very intelligent.
Yes, a higher,
yes,
a more advanced technology.
Very, because that was during prayer time. You know, they used a microphone to project, but it sounded like a whole parade of people praying, and it was really acoustic. That's why I said that these intelligent beings, however they had that such a way designed that the whole city skyline, as if that whole city skyline was praying. That's what that sound like. A whole, because I even said, Quinn, do you hear that? And she heard it too. And so at that time, was it, I think the little boy, young man started to pray, she started to pray, I started to pray, and got off the camel, and the young man, the tour guide, again, here comes the masculine energy, divine masculine, pulls his arm out, and I was so grateful because I was still floating, and I needed that groundiness to walk up, and walk up the hill to get back to the main grounded floor. So that was my first one, was that crowning. The second, the second is how we went down to Luxor, we went to the temple of Luxor and Karnak. Now I've heard Luxor because it's a popular name in the United States. You know, you even have the Luxor Hotel.
The little fake,
you
you
know,
call it
in Las Vegas.
craft project or something.
You know,
art project.
You know, you hear it in the movies and stuff. So I didn't know about the temple of Karnak. So our guy, who was very smart and intelligent and informative, he was giving out so much information in detail that I was like, oh snap, oh, like Val and I were like, we love information research.
Oh yeah, research,
And-
study.
yes,
Yeah.
Oh, that's like candy to us.
Yeah.
And so in my own personal videos of the young men doing this teaching, you can hear us saying, ooh, oh, and or we were like, oh,
That's good. That's good.
Yes, and because all those symbols, the hieroglyphics, that's information giving us. And you know, I was journaling, and what I come to realize, it's about having a lifestyle as a god and goddess, as king and queens. This is how you can have. That's information how to live as divine beings. That's what I journal as divine beings. That's what that was, and you know, going back to the pyramid, it was at the pyramid I realized I was at Holy Land. Didn't I say that? This is sacred right here. And I saw the value. And so went from there. Temple Karnak affirmed what I was already. I don't even want to. No, I'm not even going to go there. I was going to say believe. But what I know, that this is Holy Land. And so the information affirmed that everything that I had studied in scripture was
Because
right
you
there.
are, one day we were like, where's Elba? Because Elba would know the scripture for this. Because you know, the Bible.
Yes.
Now, didn't you see
Yes.
that Egypt is all through the Bible?
Yeah.
Big
And
time.
Egypt is more ancient than the Bible. So the Bible drew it from earlier sources. So really, in a way, the Bible is preserving for us what happened before the Bible was written.
And I asked that question, like, when this happened? 3000 BC, at least. Some of the writings were at least 3000 BC. So, it's just, so that's one. And then, of course, Luxor. Just so much affirmation happening during that time. So that was second.
And before you go to your third one, I love how we understand that the pyramids, the Sphinx, they're older than what they tell you in the tour or the story, right? The status quo story, the party line, right? We understand from our own stories the ancient, super ancient history of humanity, and that a species from another place came here and built structures that we still to this day cannot build, and we are getting to understand our own roots.
Yes.
Continue.
I don't know who said it, but we already knew this, but to actually
See it.
because it's one thing to read it and digest it, it's in our mind, but now, you know, thank you for our immaterial, right? We have our material and immaterial. And, you know, I'm grateful for the scriptures to reflect back to me the immaterial and create my own visual. It's another to actually see it for yourself.
Oh, it is.
It's actually
Mind blowing.
It's
mind-blowing.
It's like, wow. So that's why I keep feeling this sense of quantum leap feeling, because thank you. I just got a word.
Come on.
I just
Come
got
on.
a word.
Bring
Okay, let me form the words. The word is as you visualize. The reason I'm having this quantum leap feeling is because everything I visualize is coming to manifesting into reality. And so I'm in here and I walked into the reality. And that's with awareness. See, a lot of times we're doing a lot of things unaware.
Yes.
We manifest all the time, whether we manifest good or bad, right or wrong, but we're always manifesting, but we're not aware nor intentional. I came with intention and I came with awareness. I came with healing and transformation. So now just I was looking for you know, I know I had this conversation to meet myself, to meet my future self, and that's what's happening.
I love
I met my future self. So
You
that's,
just walked right into
Yes.
what you saw. You walked into it as a reality.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's second. And then, okay, so look, I was crowned,
Yes.
then I was affirmed.
Okay.
So I don't know you.
Preach,
Okay,
sister.
affirmed.
And
Now,
then three
this is where the baptism happened.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at that.
All right.
You're going to write a book after this.
Right. The baptism. And I want to, because it was on the first video, I want to make sure everyone knows, because of Cheryl walking in the pyramid, is how I find my own courage to go up there. Because at first she was like, no. I'm like, okay, I'll stay behind, right? I'll be by her side.
I got it out.
And then when she said, I'm going, I was like, hey.
They're all going.
Yeah.
I'm going.
I didn't care if them three go. It was her. I was like, she's going. So
you knew these three were
right.
going, but
You know, see, she corrected me. She gave me courage. She gave me permission, and then so that's the sisterhood,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
That's
yes,
the
it's
sisterhood.
fun.
That's the sisterhood. So we went to the Nile River.
And what
the
did she
Nomad
give
village.
you? Were you getting ready to say something? What she gave
Well,
you?
I'm going to tell you.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
Courtney said, Courtney, for her to say, I'm going to go and do it, it's like, yeah, of course. When she said, well, I don't know about my hair, that gave me permission.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay,
Okay,
I don't have
okay.
to, because she's not doing it.
Yeah, you know. But when she said,
But when she said, I'm doing it.
right, I was like, dang, I got to do it.
You're right. Spirit keeps moving you past your
Right.
zone
Yes.
of what is okay and what you
Yes.
think you can do.
Yeah.
You just keep busting past that.
Yes, and so I was like, dang, you know, so I went, when it was my turn, I pulled all my energies, because that water was so, it was ice cold. It's like,
the Nile River was
it's
ice cold.
Yes, you know how those people, spiritual retreat people, they go into that bucket of ice?
Oh, yeah.
That's what that felt like.
It's very good for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I knew that too. I knew that, and even though I knew that it was good for me, I still had that resistance.
Of course.
And so having her say, okay, I'm going to do it. She tied her hair up, and she went, and you know, she is really a goddess. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta-
she's a goddess.
She's really,
Yeah.
and it's like everything she moves is like,
It's just like floating. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the Courtney goddess vibe.
right, she really is. And so what I did, I pull all my energies in, and then I fall back, and it felt like I was falling deep, that to the point, I'm like, wait a minute, I need to swim right back up, and I swim right back, and I came up, and it's like, wow, and it's like, I did it, and it reminded me, and I knew before going to, it reminded me of the movie Come Sunday about Bishop Carlton Pearson. When he was going through his own transformation, and one of the things he did was baptize himself, and I knew I needed to do that, and so yeah, I'll
When
tell
you
you.
baptize yourself.
Yes. Now listen
Yeah.
to this, and
We might make that part of the
Yeah.
retreat.
Yes,
You're
yes.
going to baptize yourself.
Yes.
Because all of us have that. Well, I had somebody baptize me.
Yeah.
Did y'all?
I mean, when I was younger,
Your
yeah.
first baptism?
Yeah.
Somebody baptized me.
Yeah, I always been baptized.
I was kind of half in it, half out. I was like, okay, they told me this is what I'm supposed to do.
And it's like it gave permission to acknowledge that God part of yourself, as if like with the temples and like needing a priest, a high priest to do it for you, and it's like the New Testament where it's like we don't need that anymore, and we were able to give ourselves that.
Now I want to break down just a
Amen.
little bit. quick, because when you said that, that came out powerful. Baptize your, imagine this, yourself is one word, right?
Yeah.
It's breaking to two words. Break down, write down your, and in quotes put self. Because when you see it with quotes, it gives it meaning as the source. So we are the ourselves, our self is source, you know. Our higher self is source. So our higher self was baptized. My higher self. Myself was baptized.
Yes.
You are baptized by yourself.
Self.
Capital S.
Yes. Self itself.
Yes. That is.
Yes. Putting out are just
Wow.
absolutely powerful.
Yes.
It is absolutely powerful, and I love how you broke that down.
Yes.
It took me, you know, we were talking about different intentions starting, and even falling into the water. And one of the main things for me was to be God and only see God.
Yeah.
And just listening to everybody's experiences, holding my own experiences. It's like, you know, we're always growing, we're always expanding, but to be in the awareness of being God and seeing God, and like you're saying, baptizing yourself, that's where it took me to, like, after everything we've done, after everything we've experienced, after everything I've done, after everything I've experienced, because I know everyone has their own special experiences when it comes to Egypt, as well as myself, my outlook on Egypt, what I receive and still receiving from Egypt has me in that place, has me in my heart space, not my head space, but my heart space. Sorry, it was the right side, my heart space.
Yeah, because everything's on the left, right?
That's what I
In
said.
Egypt, because that's
Let
where
me
the heart
correct-
is.
Yeah, let me correct that. And that's another thing. I believe I was talking about the hieroglyphics, and so was Elba talking about the hieroglyphics. The learning, the understanding, the interconnection between ancient times, present times, and even, you know, what we have in books. All of this stuff is interconnected. And being able to allow spirit to integrate that for you.
Yeah.
And for you to come up with your understanding of it. You know, we read, we study to show ourselves approved. And this is a course.
It is. It's a curriculum.
This is an initiation.
It is.
And for me, like none other, being in this space, being in this time, receiving all that I've received here, motherland, Egypt in and of itself, you know, our spirit guides, you know, spirit itself, and most importantly, my higher self, the development of my higher self is, you know, the most important thing I wanted to bring into light after hearing each of you speak and just explain everything. That's why I'm like, it's just so powerful. And I thank you. Because if not for each one of you, I wouldn't experience this. It's true. Because my journey is each of your journeys, but each of your journeys is my journey. There's a saying, if you spot it, you got it. If it's in a room, we all got it. And for that, I want to say thank you. Thank you.
That is beautiful. Wow, Queen. And your birthday. That's another video. That's another video. And your birthday. And you got the song in Arabic.
Let me
You
tell
got
you
the happy
something.
birthday
My
song in Arabic.
birthday here
In Egypt, on the motherland. First time in Africa.
was extraordinary because I had never been here. But the grace that was shown to me, the love that was shown to me. I was speaking to Elba, and I said that. I said, Egypt has given me such a loving embrace, and I don't want to overlook that. I don't want to miss that. I want to hold on to it because it's such a loving embrace. And not just from being here, not just from being on the land, but the people that I've experienced here. They've just given me such a loving embrace. There were so many gifts, so many
surprise, and there's so many things.
Two
that
birthday cakes. Two different hotels.
At 2 different hotels.
Two
Yes.
cities. Two different cities.
2 different cities.
I wouldn't have done that one. All of that.
And we're talking about a gourmet birthday cake. It
Oh,
was
delicious.
Yes.
It wasn't no Kroger cake.
no. This was no. Oh, let's run to the store and get
Right.
some cakes.
Those store-bought cakes.
Gourmet cake with a macaroon on. This was a work of art.
Upgrades.
Yes.
I mean,
Girl, you and them
That's right.
upgrades.
Yes.
Yes.
Just, constant upgrades. Like I said, just a loving embrace that was shown. Such love here.
This is a birthday like no other.
Yeah.
This is a birthday like no other. What a birthday gift. What a birthday gift to yourself.
It's time to stop watching
Yes.
and to get yourself moving, get yourself activated, to take action. It's time to be. We can live vicariously through others, but in your incarnation, is that the experience that you truly want to live vicariously through the experience of someone else? I believe when we share this is to inspire you into your journey, inspire you to take action, inspire you to see if all of this can be done for us, it can be done for you too. And even more, even more. There are no limits to what's available. And all things are possible. So you always have to keep that in mind. All you have to do is be willing to say yes. And when you say that yes, it's got to be a hell yes.
Hell yeah! I love that.
Yeah.
And did you give us your third? You complete with your third?
The third was
the third one.
The third one was the baptism.
Baptism.
So I have the coronation, the affirmation, and the baptism. And so I'm grateful for the entire journey. It's like she said, it has to be a whole year.
Dark basement stairs, I lit a match, then let it catch to light up the room, and then you yelled as we beheld an old maroon hot air balloon. I'll be out of my mind, and you'll be out of ideas for the Great Lakes, like cold lemonade. It both got stomach aches, sprawled out in the.
It's Mr. Lover, yeah. Cute asses.
Why wake till 6? Got enough to turn you on.
Baby, just keep it a little secret. What they all know. I'm at your door. Don't you need somebody? When I knock, your love can let me in. Oh, don't you need somebody? Baby, I'm at your door. Don't you need?
I know that all I need in my life is the love of God. Because the love of God manifests as money, manifests as material supply. It manifests through clothes, through shoes, and sweets, and beautiful birthday cakes. Woo! Beautiful things. Hallelujah. I don't need to look to anything else other than the Lord. The love of God is complete. It's whole. It has everything. There's nothing lacking. There's nothing missing. It's complete. Oh, God. Have mercy. Have mercy. Hallelujah. We have a church out here. Come on now. We know how to have church. We know how to raise the vibration. We know how to give God praise. We know how to do that. I was born to pray. I was born to pray. Were you born to pray? 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Say.
740. We guarantee 30-minute pure up in the air, inshallah. This is the West Bank, east, north, south.
Wow.
This is the Queen of Hatshepsut. I will take you more high to touch the sky.
في شجرة جوا جنينة عليها علامة أنا ياما كنت بفكر فيها بسأل ياما
Eres como el agua, tan caliente y fría. Eres todo para mí. Te quiero con locura. Prende tus brazos, tierra de la vida. Que contigo quiero volver.
Okay, who's ready for Karnak temples and Luxor temples? Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? Are you loving
Oh my goodness, it's
these
a whole
temples?
nother level of what
It's
I experienced.
another level, isn't it?
You know,
Another
it's-
level.
You know, I'm getting a lot of information, but it's so much more to learn.
Oh
So much
yeah,
more.
yeah.
You can't get it all in one trip.
You
just
can't. Gotta keep coming back. Coming back
Yeah.
for more. Yeah.
Yes.
How's the room? How is the room? How is the room?
Stunning.
Oh my goodness.
It's stunning.
Stunning.
Everything.
What?
The bathroom, the toilet, the floor,
The-
the bedding, the view.
Oh, come on, come on. Nile River, there we look, there we look. Okay, we're gonna look in our own rooms. Okay, okay. Love you, Alba. See you in a little bit. Oh, we're ordering first or we're toasting first? Which one are we doing? Let's toast first. Because we love the toast. Salute. Salute. Yes, clean. Oh, we have to look in the eyes. Wait a minute. You have to look in the eyes, otherwise you have bad sex. Look in the eyes, eyes. Okay, eyes. Okay, we got it. Because we got to have good sex. That's first meal on the cruise ship. First meal on the cruise ship. How you feeling? Incredible. Luxurious. Luxurious. Hello. So here we are at the Temple of Isis and Hathor at Philae. It's one of my favorite temples in all of Egypt, and if you love the goddess, you must come here. Nubia, Egypt. Bye, Cairo. It's been real. Until we meet again. Love you.